space for yourself at this moment. Look around your environment, take a moment and settle into your chair, or just stretch a moment until you're ready for the next step. I'm sorry if I have to click around a little bit, trying to get all of that. Okay, great. Welcome. A few more people are coming in. So, all right. So today's theme is self-love and deep relaxation. So I always ask you to set the intention for yourself for the next 30 minutes to create an intention for yourself for the practice, just to kind of hone in, right? If you think about it, when we shine our attention to a specific area, we're creating awareness to it. And when we bring attention to an area, we bring energy to that area. And that's how we develop and grow, right? Just like how we plant water to the area. If we decide to set the intention for the next 30 minutes, even if you just fumble and your mind's all over the place and you're distracted and there's sounds and there are people who just, kids running around or adults, meetings, just pinpointing and deciding this moment. Just make this moment count and say, I'm setting the intention for the next 30 minutes to be about this. You've already done all the work. That's why in many traditions, when you do yoga, you tune in, you say Om, or you create a chant. When you are beginning a class, there's a bell, right? There's all these routines and tradition that helps us indicate the beginning and indicate the intention. So do your homework, do the 30 minutes by simply saying, what is it that you'd like to get the most out of from this session, by tuning in, by turning on and signing on. And for me, my goal with us today is to create an experience of deep relaxation and self-love. So while we're setting that intention, I invite you to stretch your upper arms, take some nice deep breaths, turn to your left, turn to your right, maybe stretch your hands up a little bit like this and lean to each side just to start waking up your body. And rotate your shoulders a little bit. And start taking some nice slow breaths and deep breaths in through your nose, out through your nose. Breathe in, breathe out. And adjust your seat, adjust your buttocks on your seat. Rotate your ankle, rotate your wrist. And begin to settle down into your chair. I invite you to close your eyes so it allows for any stimulation. Let go of any other external stimulation. And what I'd like you to do here now is trace your breath. Feel it in your belly, in your chest. And we're going to work on something very simple, just a concentrative meditation. Concentrating on your belly and your chest, breathing in and breathing out. Concentrating on the word soft when you breathe in and belly when you breathe out. And take a moment as you breathe in and out. Feel your lungs expanding and relaxing. Meditation is a simple moment-to-moment awareness. It's a relaxed moment-to-moment awareness. And in this case, you're simply becoming concentrated on your breath, concentrated on the sound, soft when you breathe in, belly when you breathe out. And if your mind is distracted anywhere, simply let it go and come right back. That's the part of the self-love. The part that life is some hard work. So keep deep breathing in and out. And we make mistakes. We feel like there's certain expectation we put on ourselves and other people put on us. But every moment, it's a relaxed moment to moment awareness. So you simply breathe through it with utmost grace and courage. And most importantly, a surprise that you get a chance again in your next breath and the next breath. Turns out we have unlimited numbers of chances to try again. And when we have that, we can begin to forgive ourselves when we don't do it perfectly. We can begin to let go of how it's supposed to be. And we can simply just try and try again. So while we begin to let go of what it's supposed to be perfectly, because we have infinite chances to try and try again, see what it feels like to enjoy it. This moment to moment breathing in and out. And as we do this, I'm going to review the physiology of our nervous system and our breath. As we inhale, we're bringing oxygen through our nose, to the back of our nose, our throat, down to our chest. And as you exhale, you're releasing any tension. And breathe in. That air is turning oxygen and passing it in to these little sacs at the end of your lung called the alveoli. And as you breathe in, you're bringing these oxygen all the way transmitted through the alveoli to the blood circulation, these tiny little blood vessels, and bringing it in turn to all over our body, all the way to our brain, to the periphery and our fingertips, to our feet, to all the areas around our body, all the muscles, all the cells and organs. So each time you're breathing in, you're nourishing your body with oxygen and bringing life. Imagine that. How much work and awesomeness is the simple act of breathing in and breathing out. And what if we just simply infuse a little bit of gratitude, infuse a little bit of awe to this action of bringing oxygen to our body. That we're bringing life, whether we know it or not, conscious or not. We're creating life within ourselves, in every organ, every cell. So some days when you feel like you're not being productive, or some days when you feel like you're not getting to where you need to, or showing up in the way you wish to, just check in. Your body's pretty awesome and delivering life. And each time you breathe out, you're letting used air, carbon dioxide come out through the lungs, through the veins, back to the lungs, back out as we breathe out. Releasing unneeded stuff. And in the meantime, releasing tension, exhaling. So breathe in breathe out. Think about the word soft when you breathe in and belly when you breathe out. And now when you breathe in, I want you to think about your breast and your chest and your diaphragm, how it's stretching out, and how when you breathe in, you're opening up your airway in your throat and your neck and your back. And you're stretching that vagus nerve, the nerve that holds the parasympathetic nervous system and the sympathetic nervous system. The nerve that reminds your body to breathe, reminds your body to balance out when you're stressed and fighting or flighting. When you stretch and breathe these nice deep breaths, you're calming your nervous system down. You're bringing air. You're bringing blood flow to your brain, to the part in the front of the brain that connects with thoughts, with executive functions, decision makings. It's connecting us to the area that recognizes facial expressions, that helps us feel empathy, feel love, feel care for other people. When we're taking this nice deep breath softly and deeply, it's also helping us turn off and bring blood flow and calm it from the amygdala, the fear and anger center. It helps us once again go back to the present rather than being afraid. When we take these nice deep breaths, it's helping us bring blood flow to all the large muscles in your legs and your arms and your shoulders and your neck. And it helps us relax. And when we're taking these nice deep breaths, it's bringing blood flow to all the organs, especially your digestive organs, your stomach, your belly. It's helping us begin to move those organs in a rhythm that makes sense to our day-to-day rhythm. Helps us digest, helps us take away the toxins from the food when we're processing or absorbing food. Helps us move this digestive process along healthily so we can get rid of things from our body that's not good for us or needed from us. And as you take these nice deep breaths, it allows our heart rate to release and relax, our blood pressure to balance itself to the right place. Help us self-regulate. That's why we call it the autonomic nervous system. So stay in this gentle, concentrative meditation of following your breath in through your nose, out through your nose. In with the word soft when you breathe in, out with the word belly when you breathe out. As your mind stays still, continue to find ways to enjoy focusing your mind, whether it's in that movement of the breath, the movement of your diaphragm, or whether it's imagining your breath Coming in, bringing oxygen, nourishing your whole body system, turning on the relax, digest, and connect parasympathetic nervous system. And be still here for a moment. And give yourself permission, as many of you have done this before, to simply try to settle in to a stillness. And breathe. Listen in this moment to your heart. Bring your awareness to the heart, imagining breathing in and out through your heart, feeling all the sensations of your chest area and your heart area. And pretend that you have to listen deeply, that there is some whispering that's going on in your heart. And use all of your mind's eye, all the senses, all your senses, the 5 senses: touch, smell, sound, hearing, even in your mind's eye, the vision. Taste it, or whatever it is that comes to your mind, even though it sounds silly. Intentfully experience your heart speaking to you. And in this moment, you can place your palms open in front of you or put your palms over your heart. But all the while, imagine a small version of yourself, a tiny little doll size of yourself in your palm, being held in your hands. And take a moment and appreciate this little version of yourself in your hand. Take a look. Observe this little person of yourself. Appreciate all the little details that you're noticing, all the feelings that you might have, whether it's how light you weigh in your hand, or how you look in your mind's eye, how big it is in relevance to your hands. What's this posture of you sitting in your hand or being held? All the while observing this little you in your hand. Listen to the need that you can offer. What is it that you need in your hand? If you're to give it some love or some care or attention, what would you give? If you were to wrap yourself in a color or in a material that makes you in this hand more cozy, what would it be? If you were to give more, infuse more of something in supporting or caring for this little version of yourself in your hand, what would it be? And just give it. Imagine it. Or simply hold this little person in your hand as if being there for someone who needs you to be there quietly and presently. Can you do that? So hold yourself dear and present in your heart, in your palms. And feel in turn what it's like being held in that presence and love. It's an infinite loop. When you give in this presence to yourself, you're infinitely charging and recharging yourself because you're infinitely receiving. And it's a source that just self-generates, like your heart that just pumps and pumps and beat and beat. And it's so powerful. And each time your mind wanders off, simply try a moment of stillness again. Just try again. Non-judging, no expectations. And breathe. Breathe into the heart. Let the breath be the fuel to this infinite loop of presence that you hold for yourself. So easy when you find someone you love, you just hold a space for them. You've done it so many times in your life, I guarantee you. But now it's practicing, realizing how easy it is to tag yourself within that. What if that sound, that inner chatter that's always critical or always negative or always warning, what if that is replaced by this level of stillness and love and intention and presence? What if that's a choice that you choose to make every moment by practicing? And over time, over mastery, over doing it regularly every day for a minute or two, it becomes something natural. That the moment you wake up, you realize that you are holding yourself in that presence, like you're the one who matters the most in the world, that you're being held. Feel your heart, feel your chest, feel your breath. It's okay if the mind wanders, because the heart has as much say as your mind. Now gently open your hands out and put your hands over your knees. Take a few deep breaths. And open your eyes. Stretch your arms up. And stretch your arms to each side. Shake it out. So a simple practice today, not much methods, as much as just starting off with a concentrative meditation. In through your mouth, nose, out through your nose. In thinking of the word soft, out with the word belly. Start with a few minutes and then build it up. As you become clear that you're starting to become more and more present, add yourself into the equation. When you're present, that's when your prayers are heard. That's when your intentions can become clear, your goals are more reachable. So putting yourself back in the equation, in the receiving end of this presence, it's a very powerful practice. And it's very relaxing too. So hopefully that helps. Once again, have a nice glass of water. If you have been working all day, running back and forth, dealing with life, school, kids, career, COVID, take a moment and slow down and write down on a piece of paper 3 things that you really appreciate about yourself, that you're proud of, that you've already taken care of today. And if it's hard for you to do that, take a moment and sit and start with the smallest thing. And as small as actually the act of breathing, the act of nurturing and bringing life to every bit of your organ, and the consciousness of that be in all of your body. That's a good start. So until next time, I hope you can ponder a little bit about this self-love and self-appreciation, and maybe take that throughout the day. There's a lot going on in life right now, in the world right now. And it's so important to be clear where our strength comes from. And so a little bit of that, it's not about being, obsessed with our own ego, obsessed with ourselves. It's really, really appreciating where our source is, because when we're clear about that, when we relate to other people, we can see others people's truth and source easier, and we have even more clearly what we can offer. So until next time, have a beautiful rest of the day. And thank you again for joining, and feel free to share this with anyone who finds, maybe a little bit of 30 minutes of reminder to breathe is helpful. And as always, welcome to answer any questions. Take good care, everyone.